Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer dog?
On location. Raspy, it's usually Vegas voice, but we'll call this College Station voice.
Yes, we do have some not as dry and desert like as College Station. But yeah, here we are doing the pregame show. Sorry, apologies. No Discord audio, but we're here answering your questions in the YouTube chat, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, talking about all the any sort of late action here, injury stuff. Malik Willis is getting his first start. What's happening, Ryan?
I mean, people think he's going to be the second coming of Michael Vick, I guess. He's going to run for 150 yards today. Look, I think it's fun to start these guys in DFS because they're so cheap. $5,000 for him, $4,000 for Ellinger. But, yeah, I mean, I guess they're rookies playing in the NFL for the first time. So don't we have to be a little careful?
No. I think Malik Willis is going to have a big game. I think the fact that he is a rookie means he's going to scramble a bunch. I wouldn't be shocked if Malik Willis has like 15, 20 carries. So as a quarterback, if you're getting someone for 15 to maybe even 20 carries, you don't think Malik Willis is going to run the ball a bunch?
I mean, I like my certainty on Derrick Henry having a huge game is much higher than on Malik Willis having this spectacular running day. I think, maybe he gets like 6-7 carries. I'd be surprised. I mean, again, if that's happening, aren't they losing the game?
No, I just think he doesn't. If you watched him in preseason, he doesn't look to pass. Like he drops back and then he just runs. So I would be surprised if he doesn't run at least double digits. So if you're getting a quarterback who's going to carry 10 times at $5,000, I think it's a fun DFS play.
Yeah, I mean, good luck, I guess. I think there's been a lot of preseason handicapping with these new guys, and I'd be a little worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, also you don't have much else to go on. But yeah, I do. I mean, so you think? What would you predict his stat line to be?
I would say both these quarterbacks are highly inaccurate passers who tend to use their legs to save them. I think the defenses should know that. That would be my angle. So maybe Malik Willis comes out and looks like the second coming of Randall Cunningham or Michael Vick or any of these great runners. But it's not going to happen week one. I would say my estimate on his game, if he has more than 10 carries, I'll be shocked.
Okay. I'll take the over on that because I think I don't think he's going to look like Randall Cunningham or Mike Vick. I don't know anyone who's predicting that, but I think he's certainly going to run the ball a bunch. So
many mentions on Twitter to debut of Malik Vick. So yeah, I don't know. I was just going to bring up the game that's going on right now. A little sweat.
How are your London Jags looking?
I woke up, started watching this game. Jags completely dominating. And guess what? Not playing the Giants, and yet they still managed to turn the ball over on the 1 yard line. How is that possible? I think this Jags team, classic, right? Looked good in the beginning with the scripted plays. They're falling apart. Denver somehow has a lead. Russ doing his pregame warm-ups. I don't know. This game is perfect for London.
Hardcore London vibes. Hey, feel free to hit us up with your questions in the chat. Do our best to answer them. Ryan, I'm assuming you were on Commanders +3. I'm assuming you're pretty stoked that with this Ellinger news. Although the Ellinger news was there when we picked it. Really, it was: Are you switching your Tennessee pick now that we know Malik Willis has started?
No, I'm not. You can't lay points with these guys who have never played an NFL game before. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but I think it's just a wise strategy to fade them.
You're on Houston and the points.
Yes.
Okay. I thought for some reason you took.
I'm a Texans guy.
No, I mean so am I. But at some point we just finally have to say the Texans suck and get off them. I don't know. That second half of Davis Mills was just I couldn't take it. It was just backbreaking.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, all right. So let's see. What do I have here? I do have a first half parlay, Sean.
All right. Toss it out.
You want to give that out. I put in a version with the Jags this morning, which is a hilarious sweat, but this one's going to pay about 25-1. I even have the cable. I'll put it on the screen. New Orleans plus a half, Atlanta -3, Detroit plus 2.5, Chicago plus 6.5, and Pittsburgh plus 6.5. Sean, you're not going to like the Pittsburgh one, and I'm kind of going against the Eagles second quarter. Just taking some points here. Atlanta and New Orleans were the starting points for me, and then I just figured I would take some dogs and hopefully have some close halftime scores again this week. 25-1. New Orleans, Atlanta, Detroit, Chicago, Pittsburgh, all with the points.
All right. Yeah. And my big parlay from the show, Bears money line, Cards money line, plus 1135 on WinBet, sportsgamingpodcast.com/WinBet. Ryan, you want to put together a DFS lineup?
Not only do I want to, I reserved this one. So let me pull that up.
No, great. I still think I have a couple Kramer bucks left over from our one win a couple weeks ago.
I think you still have maybe 3.5 units. All right. I can now. You know what? I'll even throw it up on the screen here. It's fairly easy to do that. Who's the quarterback? While I'm pulling this up, what are we thinking quarterback wise?
Well, you hate Malik Willis, and I already put in my Malik Willis.
No. Okay. I would have been fine doing a Malik Willis line. I like Malik Willis better in fantasy than I do in real life. I think the fantasy angle of these quarterbacks is conflating what they're going to do for their teams in real life. That's my case here.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have a great real game, but I think if you could, I just think the rushing floor is such a game changer at 5,000. But I don't know. Do you want to do? I wouldn't mind. I'm kind of interested in doing a Sam Ehlinger lineup, but I know you're not feeling Sam Ehlinger as well.
No, let's do that lineup. I like that.
Okay. All right. Now
I'm getting there. Hold on. Keep talking through it. All right, here we go.
We had talked about is Sam Ehlinger worth stacking because he's interesting. Like he's only $4,000, so you can do so much else. I
don't think I'm also stacking.
Yeah, I'm fine just playing him at 4,000. Then we can just load up the rest of the team with studs and hope he like runs in for a touchdown, sneaks the ball a little bit, whatever it is.
All right, so let's scroll all the way down. Obviously a mistake, right? You can't have a $4,000 quarterback.
No, I honestly thought the cap was 5,000 in DraftKings.
Do we slot in do we slot in Brian? Do we do a bring back at all? I guess, or a stack?
No, I don't. I'm fine just playing him naked. We can build plenty of other game stacks. I mean, I think now that we're playing Ehlinger, we can easily add in Christian McCaffrey.
You want to
down for that?
Try to do McCaffrey and Henry.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, see if we can work this out. Receivers.
Do we want to bring back any like a Brandon Cooks bring back for Derrick Henry? Or I don't know. We might even be able to fit in Cup because we're so cheap. But
Van Jefferson.
I don't know if he's worth it at 9,600. Van Jefferson.
Yeah, he's back, and he's only 3K.
All right, toss him in there.
All right, we need to save some roster. All right, so wide receivers, other guys. I mean, we probably are. Actually, let's just slot in our defense while we're here. You want to just do a Denver? I don't think we bring back a Texan in this lineup. I think we just go Derrick Henry and Tennessee defense. Thoughts
That's
on
fine
that?
by me. Yeah, I'm fine playing him or San Francisco's defense is only 3,100. You get the Matt Stafford turnover, but I'm fine with either.
All right, Titans are a little bit more. Let's throw them in for now. We have 5,500 per player. We have 4 spots, so 2 game stacks seems about right. Let's start with the one we want to put the tight end with. You want to do a Pittsburgh Philly stack?
Yeah, we can do a Freiermuth. Although I don't know, maybe Freiermuth is going to be chalky, but
Do you want to do Irv Smith?
I like Irv Smith.
Vikings Cardinals.
Yeah.
Who D-Hop? Can we fit D-Hop?
Or do we go super crazy and put in Robbie Anderson at 4,000?
No.
And hope he catches some deep ball.
I'd rather be crazy somewhere else.
All right. DeAndre Hopkins is 7,400. Minnesota's let's do it.
All right, so that leaves us with 11,400 for our second game stack. We haven't stacked Miami, Detroit, a high total on the board.
I'm showing we have 11-9. Do we not go with
Sam Ellinger, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick
Titans
Henry,
defense.
Titans defense, Irv Smith. And so, all right, so if we want, what are we thinking for the game stack? Do we go Vegas, New Orleans?
I would say either Vegas, New Orleans, or Miami, Detroit. Those are the other two ones that are pretty interesting to me.
What's the angle? Like, who do we pair with Olave if we're going New Orleans, Las Vegas?
I mean, it almost has to be Matt Collins, or well, I like Olave just playing him solo. The problem is, yeah, I mean, Matt Collins is like 4,000 something. Devontae Adams, obviously Tooks. I mean, Devontae Adams, we'd have to shed some salary somewhere else. He's 8,600.
Yeah, we couldn't afford him. 84.
Or we could do. I mean, we could do Adams and someone cheaper, but I really like Olave in that game.
All right, so if we do it in a game stack, it would have to be Hunter Renfrow or Matt Collins.
Yeah.
If we just want to have him stand alone, we could then in our flex spot, we could be talking about $5,400. So, there's not a ton of exciting guy. Algier, an additional running back. I don't think that's how you win the million. DJ Moore probably going to be very chalky. Deontay Foreman, another running back, probably not the right approach. We can dip down to like Rondell Moore, Zach Ertz. It gets kind of gross once you start sliding down the board here, talking about maybe two tight ends. If we were to explore the Detroit angle, who would it be for you?
I mean, you could play Waddle. Kind of interesting.
What if we got contrarian and just stacked a different game?
All right.
Is there any other game you're in? I mean, I still like this Philly-Pittsburgh game to stack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Devonta Smith and someone.
So Devonta Smith allows us to put in Claypool or Pickens with him. Who do you like?
I mean, I always like Pickens.
All right, let's do that. All right, so tell me if you like this. Ellinger, McCaffrey, Henry, Van Jefferson, D-Hop, Devonta Smith, Irv Smith, George Pickens, Titans defense. Feels like $1 million winner.
Let's go.
All right. What else do we want to share with people before we have to go find our way to watching football?
Brian Danforth he says, I like Willis and Ellinger TDs, managed to get Sam at plus 650. Yeah, I love that as an option there. JC from KC saying, I got Giants 10.5, Jets 10.5, Lions plus 11.5, 7.5 point teaser plus 105. I feel like, unfortunately, one of those is going to bone you. I don't know if it's the Jets or the Giants or the Lions. But
it's the Jets. It's Patriots week. Come on, Belichick gets it done against the New York Football Jets.
Magic Man Blanco saying, morning, gents. Should I bet the house on the Eagles first half? I would say yes. Bet your entire house. Take that money you made from the formula parlay, double it down, Magic Man, on an Eagles first half bet. You cannot miss with that.
Sean, you want to hear something funny? I did another crazy dog round robin where I just took a whole bunch of dogs and whipped them together. Browns, and this even goes to Monday. Browns, Commandos, Cardinals, Steelers, Giants. Let's go.
Browns,
Steelers, Commanders,
okay,
Cardinals, Steelers, Giants. And if I round robined it. It's absolutely out of control. I think the investment pays out like 15,000 to 1 if I hit them all. So wish me luck.
WV Punch Drunk 1 saying, anytime touchdown parlay today. I'll hit up Terrell, see if he's around. For his,
I also put in one of those.
Oh, okay. What do you got for yours?
Irv Smith. I don't have the exact payout in front. I'd have to. It's a lot to a little. Irv Smith of the Vikings, Tyler Algier of the Falcons, Devonta Smith of the Eagles, George Pickens of the nice stack for us. George Pickens of the Steelers, and Chris Olave of the Saints. We'll call this 500 to 1, something in that range. So, best of luck.
Oh my God. I don't have the oh my God sound effect. We have Andy asking, where are you guys on CMC without Debo in the lineup? I mean, love it, right? Like, what
massive. Yeah. What else are they going to do? I like Ayuk and I like Kittle and all that, but I think we just watched McCaffrey have a pretty effective game against this Rams team. So,
yeah, and it's like, he's got the week now to figure out the plays, whatever. I mean, I think McCaffrey it's chalky, but obviously I think he's going to have a massive, massive game here. And it does feel like all the stuff that Debo does, obviously Christian McCaffrey does. So yeah, he should be looking pretty good. Bills Mafia DJ 92. Yo, Sean, I'm looking at Pickens for DFS 4,700. Will he avoid Slay? I don't know. It's going to be interesting how they match things up. To Ryan's point, Bradbury maybe goes with one of the bigger guys. I don't know. Slay might be on Pickens. I don't know if they're going to tail a guy.
I think Pickens could be the odd man out. I think Claypool could catch a little bit more of Bradbury, actually.
I like Pickens of those guys the most. I mean, again, as an Eagles fan, I think I'm most worried about Freiermuth as far as like actual game stuff. But as far as just the receivers, I like Pickens the best as a prospect. So I don't know exactly how they're going to match up, but I think am I crazy? I think he's kind of the bet. He is the most upside fantasy wise in my mind.
I agree. And specifically because you see the chemistry with the quarterback. I mean, Pickett has shown throwing effectively to all the receivers, but he certainly has an eye for Pickens.
Ryan, Danger Russ, a.k.a. fellow Wolverine blood owner. They have the ball. They're on their own 33, down 3 points. Are you worried about Danger Russ taking this Broncos team back?
So I don't know if you watched the end of the first half, but there was an amazing sequence where Russ is driving, like old Russ, driving down the field to go get a field goal. They spike the ball, great time management. Everything is looking up for the Broncos. Then Russ takes a horrible sack. They waste their last time out. They run a play where Dulcich falls in bounds. And then they run a Hail Mary play because they have one play left, and Russ just throws it out of bounds. It was the softest, weakest, like Hail Mary attempt. He just threw it out of bounds. They didn't even try.
He doesn't want his stats to be impacted by that interception. Dryden has a question, Ryan. Do we like Devontae Smith, Eagles bias aside? I'll let you answer that one.
I was just reviewing my dozen DFS lineups. I have a Pickens, Devonta Smith, or a Claypool, Devonta Smith, and probably about half of them. So Smith's the guy I'm in on the Eagles today. I have some Hurts. I have some Smith. I have a tiny bit of Goddard. I have no A.J. Brown. So maybe that's the area I'll be wrong, but I love Smith today. Great matchup. Objective, see? An unbiased.
How did the Broncos get all the way down to the Jacksonville 18, Ryan? Are you watching this game at all?
I don't. I've been trying to. I don't know. It keeps. Shout out to ESPN Plus. It's not good. It keeps crashing on me. I don't know.
KJ Hamler had a 47-yard catch.
So we got overtime coming in London. It seems. Hooray for all of us. Hooray for all of us.
OT loading for Danger Russ.
What else we got? Do we talk about the Giants at all?
What do you want to say about your Giants? No one believes. Any predictions?
Everyone's smashing the Seahawks. Seahawks by 2 touchdowns. Seahawks by 1 million. DK and Tyler Lockett both playing. Feels awful. Is DK Metcalf just a diva, a baby, or what? Why does he keep getting carted off for these baby ass injuries, or is he just a decoy today? He had blood on his. He had blood on his sock. Sean, can he play?
I'm not gonna make fun of a guy who took a cart to take a shit. I appreciate that.
I just think. Yeah, go ahead.
We got a fantasy question. What's up, fellas? Fantasy question. Chance Garcia, Alex Pierce. Or wait. I'm suing Alec Pierce, Chase Claypool, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Been pulling my hair out. Kramer, how say you?
Alec Pierce. So if this isn't DFS, I would probably just Peoples-Jones has been good. He's been solid in that offense. I think there's going to be opportunity in this game. Bengals like to push teams, and I like what he's been doing. I think Pierce is a question mark with the new quarterback. Like I said, highly inaccurate passer. I don't expect him to be carrying many of his receivers today. I do like Claypool, but I worry he gets he gets shut down by Bradbury. So I'd go Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun one, or a fun take on it. I kind of like Alec Pierce, maybe as far as like massive upside. I think he could have one. And speaking of that, Terrell sent in his anytime touchdown parlay. It is Pierce, McLaurin, Waddle, Pickens, 70-1. Let's go.
Sounds like he likes Pierce.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like Alec Pierce against that defense. We'll see. The Washington pass defense has been pretty bad, but again, it depends. Like if you're looking for, to Ryan's point, yeah, Peoples-Jones has been solid. I think Alec Pierce may be a little higher upside, but Allinger could be bad.
I mean, I think it's more of just a zig off of the Paris Campbell volume lately. Why not just continue to bet on him? He's the speed guy. He probably is going to be the guy running down the field more anyway. So. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe Ellinger has a couple plays in him, but I'm not. I'm going to hold my breath until it happens.
All right, we're going to go hit up a bar here in Houston, watch the games, hit us up in the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Get in there, be mixing it up all day, and then we'll be back in LA in the studio for the recap show and Monday Night Props. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Nobody works harder than us, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.